What up, Chumas? It's good to be back in the good old US of A after being overseas. We're here to talk about some good old Cyberpunk TCG. Over the last few weeks, WeirdCo has been absolutely flooding us with new card reveals and spoilers for the Cyberpunk TCG. While everyone is arguing over single card power levels, the real competitive players are looking at how these cards can mesh together to completely break the game's core mechanics. But before I dive into these insane synergies that I thought of, we need to address the elephant in the room: RAM requirements. In the last deck profile video with Synergies, I had a slight miscalculation on Atom Smasher's RAM requirements. That's on me. As you guys know, a single illegal card can get you disqualified from an entire tournament. So today, I made sure I triple checked every single line to ensure these loops are 100% legal under the official gameplay guide. So let's get on into this combo number one, man. Okay, so the first one I came up with is a multi-faction nightmare that completely abuses the game's gig stealing math. So I basically put together the modded Kusanagi and of course the Aldecado leader, Saul Bright. First, we gotta do the RAM check, right? Modded Kusanagi requires 2 blue RAM and Saul Bright requires 2 green RAM. This means to legally run this package, you gotta have a 3 legend lineup, must feature at least 1 blue and 1 green legend. Completely standard setup. Okay, so understand the rules, right? An attacking unit with 1 to 9 power only steals 1 gig. But to steal 2 gigs in a single turn, you have to hit that magical cool number of 10, right? So with modded Kusanagi costing 6 eddies, it has a base power of 8 and comes with adrenaline, meaning it can attack the turn it was basically dropped. Now, look at Saul Bright. Saul gives all other friendly attacking units a flat +2 power buff. When you declare an attack with Kusanagi Motorcycle, Saul will automatically pump it from 8 to 10. You instantly swing, bypass their early defenses, and rip 2 gigs away from your opponent. Easy. Of course, considering they don't have a blocker up. But if it goes through, that's a nice swing. Kusanagi has a text clause stating that at the end of your turn, it returns to the owner's hand. Normally, a 10 power threat on the board becomes a massive target for your opponent to take out, right? But, of course, by bouncing it back to your hand, your opponent is left staring at an empty lane with absolutely nothing to target, while you get to hold in reserve and execute the exact same play every turn, as long as, of course, they don't take out Saul Bright, right? Next up, let's talk about another synergy I put together, the Ripperdoc's Armory. This is a yellow and green toolkit built entirely around the card filtering and heavy board control using Sketchy Ripper and Pan Am signature sniper rifle Overwatch. Now, make sure you pay incredibly close attention to the deck building restrictions here. So, of course, with Sketchy Ripper, only demands 2 yellow RAM, but Overwatch is heavy piece of military gear that requires 4 green RAM. Because a single legend typically only gives you 2 RAM, you must run 2 green legends and 1 yellow legend to legally pull this combo off in your deck. Do not get caught trying to run this with a single green legend. Now, of course, at first glance, Sketchy Ripper looks terrible, but he costs 2 eddies and has a 0 flat power, meaning he cannot steal gigs. But his utility is unmatched, right? When he attacks, you get to search the top 3 cards of your deck, reveal any gear, and add it to your hand. It's always good, right? So, you're using the 0 power scavenger as a dedicated tutor engine to pull Overwatch out of your deck with an absolute consistency. So, once you grab the rifle, you equip it to a higher power unit or a face-up legend to give them a massive +4 power boost. Now, from there, you unlock Overwatch's devastating quick action. For just 1 eddy and a tap, you can discard a card from your hand to completely defeat any spent rival with an equal or lower cost. You are essentially using your cheap cards as a high caliber ammunition to wipe out your opponent's primary threats before they can even untap. Alright, I got one more synergy for you, Chum. A blue-red absurd value engine without draining your bank account. We're using the all-star Lizzy Wizzy, delicate weapon, the Z-Attack program All Is Lost, and our favorite Valentino defensive wall, La Llorona. To cover our bases, mainly my bases, we gotta do, of course, the RAM confirmation. Lizzy Wizzy needs 2 blue RAM, All Lost requires 2 red RAM, and La Llorona requires 1 red RAM. This is an incredibly easy package to slot into any standard blue-red control list. Okay, so let's jump in. When you pay 5 eddies to drop Lizzy Wizzy, her play trigger lets you activate any program card costing 3 or less from your hand or trash completely for free. You're going to use this to target All Is Lost. For 0 additional cost though, All Is Lost forces you to trash the top 3 cards of your deck, but then lets you play any unit card from among them and put it directly into your hand. This completely changes how you play the game. You can purposely discard high-value defensive units like La Llorona early on, drop Lizzy on turn 3, cast the program for free out of the discard pile, dig out your blocker, and place a massive defensive shield right in front of your life total. This is amazing. The depth WeirdCo is adding with these new mechanics is incredible. It's truly increasing the complexity of the game in a great way, and I can't wait to see what other cards to come out with. So, if you want to make sure you continue with this journey and get more freaking tips about Synergies, drop a comment down below, hit that like button, and sub up. Which of these 3 setups are you building first? Which ones did you like? Which one did you hate? Or if you got some cool Synergies, drop it in the comments. Take care, y'all. Peace.